Let's talk about AI, because right now, a really fundamental shift is happening. We're moving away from AI as a simple tool you have to command to an AI that's more like a collaborative teammate that actually works with you. Google just dropped a whole bunch of updates that are pushing this idea forward, and today, we're going to break down exactly what that means.
So, think about it for a second. The AI you use right now, is it just a tool? Does it just sit there waiting for you to tell it exactly what to do? Or is it a real teammate, proactively helping you get things done? For pretty much all of us, it's been the first one. But that is changing, and it is changing fast.
And this is the heart of it. On the left, that's the old way. You're the manager giving super detailed step-by-step instructions. But on the right, that's the new way. You're more like a partner. You set a goal, and you let the AI figure out the best way to get there. It's the difference between prompting a machine and actually partnering with an intelligence.
Now, the big idea behind all of this has a name: agentic AI. And here's the best way to think about it. It's like instead of hiring a freelancer for one specific task, you're hiring a full-on project manager. You just give them the high-level goal and they handle the whole shebang, the planning, the work, and even checking to make sure it's done right. It's a huge leap from the simple question and answer bots we've gotten used to.
Okay, so how does this agentic AI actually show up in the real world? Well, let's start with software development. Google has this new platform called Antigravity, and the whole point is to give every developer a brilliant, tireless digital apprentice who can just handle all the tedious stuff.
And here's where it gets really cool. Antigravity isn't just another smart code editor that gives you suggestions. No, it's a platform. It's a digital space where you can just let these AI agents loose to work for you, tackling really complex problems while you focus on the big picture stuff.
So here's what that looks like. You give an agent a goal, something like, hey, add a new payment feature to my app. First, it creates a plan. Then it gets to work, writing code, running things in the terminal, testing it in a browser to see if it actually works. And finally, it verifies that the job is done right. It's the entire workflow, from start to finish, handled completely by the AI.
But wait a minute. How can you possibly trust an AI to do all that work without you micromanaging it? I mean, who wants to read through thousands of lines of code logs? Nobody. Google's solution is a total game changer. And it's this idea right here: verify with artifacts, not logs.
So what in the world are artifacts? They're basically just tangible proof of the AI's work. Think screenshots of the finished feature, or a video recording of the AI testing it out, or even just a simple to-do list where it checks off what it's done. It's a super fast, really intuitive way to see what the AI did and, this is the important part, to actually build trust in what it can do.
Now, this agentic approach, it's not just for developers. It's also completely changing creative work. Let's take a look at how AI is becoming a co-pilot for designers and video creators with two new tools: Nano Banana Pro for images and Veo 3.1 for video. Okay, so Nano Banana Pro is way more than your average image generator. It's a creative partner that gets what professionals need. It can use Google Search to make sure the info in your infographic is actually correct. It can render super crisp text in different languages. It can even look at up to 14 reference images to make sure everything it creates is perfectly on brand. This is about giving creators real control and getting way better results.
And just look at these examples of its reasoning power. You can ask it to make a complex infographic, and it'll get the facts right. Or, and this is wild, you can give it a photo of some cans and say translate only the text on those cans into Korean. And it does it perfectly. This isn't just making pictures, it's understanding and performing these complex, almost surgical creative jobs.
All right, so that covers still images. But what about moving pictures? Well, Google's bringing that same powerful agentic brain power to its next-gen video tool, Veo 3.1.
Get this. This is a whole new level of creative control for video. You can literally give the AI a starting image and an ending image, and it will generate the entire video that smoothly transitions between them. So you're not just describing a scene anymore, you are directing the AI to build a specific story with a beginning and an end.
This AI agent idea is so powerful, it's even coming for something we do every single day: browsing the web. Google's got an experimental browser called Disco, and it's a peek into a future where your browser doesn't just show you stuff, it works with you to get things done.
We've all been there, right? You've got a dozen tabs open, trying to plan a vacation or research a topic. It's a mess. Tech analyst Brock Mesrich nails why Disco is so different. He says it looks at all your tabs and combines them into a single custom application built in real time.
Think about that. With a regular browser like Chrome, you're the one doing all the work.
juggling tabs, copying info from here, pasting it there. With Disco, the browser becomes your agent. You just tell it your goal, and it builds a temporary, custom little app just for that task, pulling in everything you need automatically.
So what's the secret sauce? What's the engine powering all of these incredible new agentic abilities? Well, it's all running on Google's new foundational model, Gemini 3.
According to Google, Gemini 3 is their best model yet, period. In plain English, that means it's unbelievably good at understanding text, images, and video all at the same time. That's what makes the creative tool so smart. And it's an absolute wizard at coding, which is what makes anti-gravity possible.
And you don't have to take their word for it. The numbers are pretty staggering. On a leaderboard where different AIs go head-to-head in blind tests, Gemini 3 Pro came out way on top. This isn't just a small incremental update. It's a massive jump in the AI's power to reason and solve really tough problems.
So, let's zoom out. What does all of this actually mean for you and me? Is this just a pile of fancy new features, or is it something deeper?
Well, think about how we've talked to computers over the years. We started with typing commands. Then we moved to clicking icons on a screen. Then, more recently, chatting with bots. Each step made technology easier to use. Agentic AI is the next logical leap. We are moving from telling a machine what to do to actually collaborating with it like a partner.
This is the key takeaway right here. For the past few years, we've all been learning how to use AI. Now, we're starting to learn how to put AI to work. It's a huge shift from using a simple tool to delegating complex projects to a teammate you can actually trust.
We've seen how these AI agents can code for us, design for us, create for us, and as they get better and better at taking on more of our tasks, it leaves us with a really profound question. What work are we going to choose to keep for ourselves? When you can delegate intelligence, what does it truly mean to be human? It's a question we're all going to have to answer, and probably a lot sooner than we think.